Oh, here we are. Hi. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Uh, yeah, please subscribe or put comments below. I'd love to know how you feel about these videos. And I'd also like to hear any suggestions of what I should be talking to you about, what's going on in your lives, what subjects you might want some exercises for or me to talk about, because I'm super open to sharing a lot. And there's so many ways we could be doing this. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about today is the whole idea of raising your vibration and recognizing more joy in your life, or raising your vibration to joy. I think that's really funny and very sweet and very nice. And I love this topic because why it's funny for me is because I see it all the time around me. I'm very fortunate because I'm a meditation teacher and I work a lot in retreats, that I see people come in kind of curious or even judgmental, in a little bit of denial that they can change, hopeful that they can change, hopeful that the teaching that they've been, the meditation teaching that they've been following is actually for them, that they want, it resonates with them, that they can do it. So they're very hopeful that these ideas of enlightenment are for them, or joy, or more love. Beautiful words, unconditional love, eternal peace, like, can I do it? And who isn't judgmental or curious or doubting? Like, there's so much that we all go through. And then maybe we hear that everything's possible and unconditional love's your birthright and enlightenment's for every human. And then you go, how? How is this even possible? The beautiful thing about it is, as you move along your journey, and if you do have a meditation practice, or you are growing consciously and inviting yourself to learn and explore things, you're going to see that you're just changing naturally anyway, and that you are moving in a direction of self-awareness and growth. And what is that growth? Well, a lot of the times, meditation might invite you to see things or to become more present, and then old patterns fall away. Or if you're simply on a journey of self-exploration and enhancing your awareness, you might just be making choices for more pure things, or things that bring you more depth into yourself. But the thing that should be happening to all of us is that there is a change in our vibration. And we are moving out of perhaps negativity and into a more kind of content space of being, personal space of being, or a joyful, just a natural inner joy that doesn't need to be expressed outward as being happy or joyful, but just a understanding or a contentment of who we are. And that inner joy, or that inner relationship that we're building with ourselves, it speaks to us in ways that allows us to keep going on the path that we've chosen. And what I mean by that is there's this momentum happens within ourselves when we start to line up with a higher purpose, or a greater understanding of who we are, a greater understanding of this world that we're living in, to become more conscious, however we're choosing to do that. We start to own and become empowered by our choice. And then that choice is actually giving us something, because we're no longer a victim, or kind of like victimized by this lack of choice. Does that make sense? I know for me, when I felt like I had no way out, or I was just sort of like being plummeted by the state of the world, or my friends' energy or conversations, or my own patterns of seeing the world as good or bad, or my friends as good or bad, whatever. It feels very harsh and very lonely sometimes, but also very like you've got no control over it, and stuff's just happening to you. And it's kind of not a good place to be at. When you start to kind of own what you want and who you are, and the direction you want to move in, into the good, into having more purpose, into perhaps watching your diet or to eat better foods, into perhaps doing yoga or exercises that enhance your clarity of mind or make your body look better or feel better. When you start to have these decisions and take action on moving in a direction that's good for you, and however it is, changing your speech, changing the way you think, all these changes, you're no longer a victim. You've empowered yourself because you're recognizing that you can. And so this vibration changes. A victim vibration, or this idea that you can't do things, that you're stuck, perhaps is low. I don't know. I've never seen an energy scale, but I know how I feel. And I know how I feel when I practice meditation or when I make choices that are enhancing the way I feel, to feel good, to feel fitter, to feel more light, to feel more alive. When I make choices to things that make me laugh, when I make choices to, I don't know, on my spare time, to do things that make me happy. You know, we make choices constantly. And are all these choices moving you towards what you want and your happiness and your joy and your state of being to be expanded and uplifted? Or are these choices not going in that direction? And it's super cool to ask yourself that and start to look at it, because you might start to make different choices. But the vibrational state of your joy, of you, that is a very personal thing, because our personalities are all different. So who are you? And how are you resting in this state of contentment? How is your daily life reflecting who you want to be? Are you moving in the direction that's serving you, enhancing you? Do you go to bed at night and there's just a big smile in your heart because life gave you opportunities to rise beyond and out of comfort zones or patterns that hold you down or keep you small? Or do you just simply have a smile in your heart because today was just a nice day? And what I have learned over time is to see how joy actually becomes kind of like a self-perpetuating experience for no reason. It's not dependent on you, them, situations, the world, the weather, how I feel. Those are keys along the way. But as you make these choices, the joy becomes a state of being that's just simply there. So the vibration becomes who you are. Does that make sense? It's like ultimately, you don't need anything to be happy. You can just rest in happiness. But to get to that state of being, we have to make choices that enhance the direction we want to go in. So what choices are you making? How important are you making you and your happiness and your joy? And these beautiful questions can simply put you in a place of awareness to go through today, to go through the next few days, seeing where you're at, what you're doing, how you're thinking. And as a result of these choices, how are you feeling? And as you simply question it, you realize that you have a choice. And that choice is to empower you into your natural, beautiful state of being you. Yeah, share with me how that goes for you. What are you discovering? What does it mean for you? Is there any amazing discoveries and changes that you've been doing as a result of just simply becoming more aware? And as we all go through this growth and this journey together, what do you want? And how are you moving towards that? I find this exciting. See you next time.